Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the preseason Clash and Duels here at Daytona International Speedway. I'm here with Element Zero in the booth, ready to bring you all the action tonight. Element, we're back together, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. I never thought I'd be back up here doing this again, so we're in uncharted territory once again.
I gotta tell you, I'm excited because this is the first time that we have broadcasted an SnB league. We've done multiples of other leagues. We just haven't done our own, so I'm excited here. But tonight is for pure bragging rights. It's for a chance at a ticket for the Daytona pole next week. The top half of the finishers from the Clash will race in Duel 1, with the bottom half racing in Duel 2. Now, both the duel races will make up the starting order for our Daytona 250. The Duel 1, that's gonna, make your inside line for the race, and Duel 2 will be the outside. So tonight, what you guys can expect, we're gonna see around 16 laps of fuel for these guys. So it's gonna be pretty tight racing. For the Clash, it's gonna be in the daytime. We're going 13%. There's gonna be 26 laps. For the duels, we're changing it tonight. We're going to be under the lights. It's going to be the same amount, 13%, but it's going to be 21 laps. There's going to be some bonus points. The top 5 finishers from each duel will receive bonus points. 5 points for first and 1 point for fifth. So you're going to see it here. It's going to be close. I'm excited, you guys. We have a lot of guys out here that have been practicing. They look pretty good, Element. What do you think?
I think we're going to be in for a show. A lot of these guys I've raced against, and I know what they can do. So, as I know you have too, they're going to be trying to push that high line real hard. It's going to be pretty cool to see.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Like I said, we have about 25 drivers out there, I want to say. And speaking of which, let's go and take a look at the roster. Here are your numbers. Here are your drivers. A lot of talent out there. We had a huge showing for tryouts. We already had a field of around 11. So the rest of these guys are mostly from tryouts. Very exciting night. These guys going for the Clash and the duels. Like I said, simply for bragging rights. They don't have to be here tonight, but everyone is so pumped for this season. They're all out here already. So I already see we have BK Doug in chat. What's up? We have Foxhound Boss. He is one of the drivers. They're out here rooting for some people. Fox, I mean, he's out there. He's going to be driving. So cool to see him out there. He'll be in the number 24. We have Thrills. You better be out on track, fella. You are on the roster. But yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. Element. Who are you looking out for tonight? Who do you think is going to win? What do you see happening?
I mean, I got to throw it back to when we had our Daytona race for a ship. Tom, that he just knows how to work the draft. He'll work both lanes, and he somehow finds a way to get through traffic really well. He's definitely one of my favorites when it comes to super speedways, for sure.
I hear ya. I was practicing with him last night and today, and he has a lot of speed. He knows when to make a move and when to hold back. So it's going to be very interesting. Now, I'll tell you what, if Rock was out there, because he was with us in practice, I guarantee I'll be picking him to win. But he is going to be in the producer's booth with us, helping us out throughout the season. So I'm excited to have him. These guys do sound like they are getting ready to go. So we're getting ready to go to Clash. Like I said, 26 laps for the Clash, 13%, and that will determine who is going to what duel. Element, I'm being told, do not take that invite yet, so if you did, I'll have to send you one. But we're getting ready to go. They are counting down, and we're getting ready to go to the Clash here tonight at Daytona. Welcome to the guys in chat. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Element, if you are ready, you can take that invite.
All right, taking it now.
We have a lot of cars here tonight. I can't wait to see how many. But we have Chris Mid. What's up? How are you? Hope you're doing good. Rowdy Bush says soccer or J-Mac. Great picks. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. All right, Element, you got it going in there.
I'm loading them.
All right, cool.
Slow.
Good luck to these guys. I know they've been super excited to get this started. This whole league is ran with manual cautions. The races will be 50%, 3 times wear. But tonight we're doing 13% since it's preseason stuff. We're gonna get these guys for 3 races, so it's kind of crazy tonight. A lot going on, but very, very exciting.
Isn't more racing better anyways?
The practices, I'll tell you what, very, very tight racing, but here we go. These guys are getting ready. We have Justin out there. Right now, we just have these guys entering the lobby, so where they come in is where they end up. We have the 18 of Sky directly behind him. These guys looking pretty solid. A lot of guys in the field. Element.
A lot of movement in the back already.
I would imagine.
37 smacked the wall. 47 smacked the wall a little bit there right off the start.
Let's take a look at this high side. We have Bacon Bits on that high side leading it, and man, oh man, a ton of movement out there. They all seem to hold it, but that high side is really struggling right now to keep up with all that movement going on. That low line, though, they really have it together. A nice tight line. They're looking pretty stable out there.
Yeah. Bottom's definitely where you want to be at for sure, but if you can get a few guys locked together pretty nicely on the top, you can definitely make some moves up through the field.
So true. These guys look pretty comfy out there. I don't think we're going to see a lot of moves from these guys until later in the race. You know, it's just too early to make any aggressive moves right now. We're going to see this long train. I mean, imagine how it is going through. Let's see if we can go through the field here. We're on board with that number 1 of Libert, and you can see him all over the 96. That is Skibowski out there, and these guys are so tight. You're going to see a lot of give and take tonight. They have to stay off these bumpers. They have to give them the space, because if you get a little wiggly, you have the potential to cause a huge wreck up here. So they're going to have to take it gentle in each other and see how it goes throughout the night.
Oh, absolutely. How about our top 5 already? You got Honeycutt up there, you got Slide Job, Tacky Galaxy, and Skyland. That's a pretty solid top 5.
It is a pretty solid top 5, and they're really all over each other. So they have that momentum going, and it's going to be pretty close for these guys. Let's take it to 51 of Honeycutt, looking pretty solid out there. Currently sitting in 3rd. We have 18 of Skyland directly in front of them. These guys are really holding a fantastic line out there. I'm very impressed, because if you guys have raced out here at Daytona, it's not as easy as it seems. You have the apron to worry about, and when you have the momentum of the guys in front of you drafting, it really carries your car up the track. So you have to be very careful with it and very patient with it. Otherwise, there's going to be too much movement, and like I said earlier, you're going to have a wreck. And we have already the 16 of Slide Job pushing 51 out of the way. He's going to get left out on the high side. It's going to fall back pretty quickly there, Element.
Oh yeah. When you're the only car that gets pushed. Oh, it's 20. There's not 22. 12 slid up out of line and got into him there and going into 3. Oof.
Yeah, that's not going to help him out. He goes from 3rd all the way to the back. This guy's got the patience for it, though. He's going to tag along to the back and try to work his way back up front, but he definitely got some contact and got shoved into the wall there.
Yeah, so far, though, mid-pack, they've been doing a pretty good job about not running each other over and giving a little bit of breathing room on those runs, and keeping that windshield wipering to a minimum.
I'm hoping we can get a lap count, but there is not that many laps going into this race. So it's going to be pretty quick here tonight for these 3 races. Like I said, they are going to get bonus points for these, so it should be pretty good as far as that goes. Element, who do you have your eye on right now?
I'm watching Scott Hall since he got knocked around in the back, and he just got a big push. Well, I kind of want to see what they're going to do. Yeah, the one's giving him a harder time right now. But Want to see what he can do to try and work his way back up, but with that train right there on the bottom, there ain't really much you can do.
Yeah, right now is pretty much just hold on to it. I'm aboard with the 41 of Techie Galaxy. And, I mean, he is
They're
really...
getting 3 wide back here.
They are getting 3 wide. Let's take a look at this action back here. Good grief. We have the 12 of Scott Hall for life, and he is 2 wide currently with the 20 on the outside. That is Kyle Fan. These guys just getting crazy. You saw it on the camera earlier. 3 wide back here. Now they are 2 trying to settle down in a single file line, but man, oh man, look at this line, guys. You know, that is not what you want to see. Like this huge long line, they're gonna have to bring that patience out and make sure that they can work their way back up there.
Oh yeah, hold on, my controller died.
I'm looking at this 14. I don't know what is going on. That is Natter Days, but a lot of contact between him and Kyle Fan. Looks like he's getting a little loose behind with all that momentum. It's just something you're gonna have to watch. That apron can really set you up high. It's gonna be pretty tough out there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very tough working your way through a single train of cars right there, because they're pretty content from about, looks like about 10th, 11th up to the front.
Yeah, I'm on board with Wild Reckneck, and he is out there in the number 47 towards the back of the pack. Right behind him, we have a couple of guys 2 wide. The 48 taking his chances on the high side. That is Combat Beast. No one, and I mean no one, is going out there to help him, so he is going to try to tuck back in line behind the 20 of Kyle Fan. He manages to do so, but these guys are very content right now, just riding in that single file.
Yeah, their best bet is in the back is just to stay single file, keep with them guys right up there, and then when they start making moves is when they need to start doing it. They just got to ride and be patient. It's hard to do when you're sitting back there 15, 16, 17, 18, you know, it's very tough to do.
Absolutely. We have 18 to go, getting ready to go to 17. I'm on board with 11 of Rangers, and this guy, you can bring him anywhere. He's going to be fast anywhere. This guy is looking very, very patient right now. He's not going to make a move until later on. Element, what do you got?
I don't know what happened, but I saw the 14. He must have hit the glitch going into 3 or the pothole, and he was like dead silent. He saved it and didn't slide up back up into traffic, but it was pretty scary looking.
Let's see if we can try to find that 14. I'm not seeing him just yet. 14, that is Natter Days.
Right
we saw him getting pretty loose earlier. He's got a couple of guys behind him. I see the 22 and 2 more cars right behind him that are working together. But these guys really need to work together. I'm not sure what happened to Natter Days. He is moving very slowly, but these guys, they have since lost the pack. I'm hearing that someone has lost connection, so you can see someone on pit road right there. So we'll see who that is.
Oh. Tom's got a lot of damage.
Yeah, damage is on, guys. We do manual cautions, but damage is on, and Daytona, that is a place where you can get it.
Yeah, it's a big no-no.
All right. These guys are, they are bringing out a caution. They do have to race back to the line for the caution. So once we hit that line, caution will be out. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it will be out for this time. First caution of the season, preseason right here. It's going to test these guys a lot because you have this many guys for a manual caution. It's going to be very interesting. All right.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they've never done it before.
Absolutely. Element, are you going in right now? What are you doing? You have about 15 laps to go, I would say. Jose already getting wrecked under caution. Man. Tough time right there.
Throw some duct tape on it and get back out
They...
there.
More Than Cape says they're stacking up like chips. You are right on that.
Listen, my bad puns for trying that in that Vegas race should just be like lost in the history books somewhere. like the great city of Atlantis, just lost forever.
We have that 9 car of Leaf Justin still leading that whole thing. We have Sky still in second. Mr. Slide Job in third. The 41 of Techie Galaxy. Very, very strong. Top 5 so far. And the top 5 is going to be the 88 of Dohar. These guys will have pit road open to go into pits, so we're going to find out who is going in for tires and fuel, who is going to stay out. I can't imagine anyone staying out, Element. What about you?
Oh, absolutely not. You need the fuel. I mean, if you're decent on tires, I would just take fuel, get out front, keep the track position. But, I mean, you could also take the tires for a little bit more maneuverability and do some track position. Because, I mean, you're going to be able to make it up if they get racy and stuff, so.
Absolutely.
All depending on what they do up front.
Yeah, most of the field pitting right there. I'm trying to find out if I see anyone staying out. I don't see a single car staying out. Looks like everyone's going to go in. Now the question is, what are they going to take here? They are going to be good to go to the end. We have Ford Tough. Yeah, he is coming out.
Wow.
Some strategy being played right here, so you got to love it. We're going to find out how they do. Justin, who was leading, he comes out in third. Honeycutt in that 51, he's going to come out in second.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a strategy move there, and it's definitely good for them, because if they just stay single file, they're going to get a solid finish out of this.
Absolutely. You know, I'm curious how this is going to affect the guys on older tires. You know, going on a full fuel run, you're looking at about 50% tires left, and that is going to hurt you if you have some of these guys on new tires. So it's just going to see how it's going to play out. But we do have a few laps left to go tonight.
Hey, if it doesn't hit 0 until turn 4, you're good to go.
We'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting.
Can push it to the limit.
Hopefully we can get a lap count on how many you have left, but I know it is not too many. These guys should be good to go green this time around, so we'll see. More Than Cave says, what exactly is a solid finish?
Top 5?
There is a lot of cars out here, so I would say a top 5. And like I said earlier, guys, from the duels and the clash and everything going on tonight, you will get bonus points going into the season. They will be restarting.
I mean, with this view, top 10.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they will be restarting in the restart box. So we'll see how they go. Ford will be leading us off once we hit that. Let's take a look at him. He's got a little bit of damage on that hood. It's probably just cosmetic, nothing to worry about for him. But we are off to green once again. He's got a nice start there. So we'll see how these guys fare behind him. Honeycutt on the outside looking pretty good. He tucks into third. Man, 12 laps to go. Very, very tight out there, Element.
Woo! You should have seen the move that Tom just put to get on the inside line.
Oh, Kerr into the wall. We'll see how that's going to affect him. I know he had some contact. Man, these guys are getting the aggressive is coming out right now as they try to settle in line here.
Oh, yeah. Those guys in the back, hopefully they get racy up here and get 2 or 3 wide. That'll be able to get them up there and make some moves.
Absolutely. Lucas, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You guys need to let me know, who are you rooting for? I know we have some for Honeycutt. Who else you got? We got Dohar out there. We got some J-Mac fans. Derek, what's up? Hope you're doing well. You see this high side trying to get formed here. We have Tom Tom, and I'm seeing a little bit of lag. It's making me a little nervous. He has Dohar in the 88 directly in front of him. A lot of guys on the low side, though.
Oh!
Yeah, you seeing what I'm
Skyler
seeing?
got down in the Libert a little bit. Yep.
The one of Libert,
I'm
nice
really
save
hoping
on
to get
his.
that built up.
Yeah.
That outside, but it's just gone.
Tom Tom, it looks like he is just a little loose or a little laggy. I can't tell which, but he's got a lot of damage on there right now. But that top, I would say 7 or 8. Very, very close. They are just all over each other, trying to get away from the rest of the pack.
Oh. Oh. for some lag.
Yeah, we're gonna start seeing some lag throughout. I'm looking at the second pack element, and we have Gary from Canada. He is in the back of the second pack. He's got the 13 directly in front of him. I believe that is Game Mastermind. You see Rangers up there too after that contact with the wall. So unfortunate for him, he's gonna have to make his way back up there. We'll see if he can do it.
If these guys stay single file, they get to racing, they'll be able to pull them in real quick. Been a few laps, so hopefully they got a little bit of time remaining.
I think so. Last I heard, we had 12 laps to go. We're probably down to around, I would assume 9 or so. We'll try to get a lap check here. But these guys are looking good so far. I'm pretty impressed.
It's not been too bad. They've been pretty patient with each other, especially with the mix of drivers we got tonight.
I'm on board with the 20 of Kyle Fan, and he is trying to take on that outside. Absolutely no help. He's got the 17 of Ford Tough right below him. He decides to tuck in, as he should, because there is absolutely no help out right there. I do believe the final few laps, though, Element, we are going to see some wild racing as these guys try to make their way up to first.
Yes, you will. You're going to see somebody outside of the top 5 throttle back to try and build a huge run and take them on the outside. It's gonna happen. It's gonna make it intense.
We have 9 laps to go, so it is coming down to the wire here. I'm seeing a little bit of lag, and I'm hoping they are not seeing what I'm seeing. It's getting a little scary out there. You see the 17 in front of Kyle Fan, a little bit of contact. They are taking it easy on each other, though. That's what you have to do here tonight. A lot of give and take. It's just very challenging with this many cars out at Daytona. You see a lot of lag out there. But we see some fans for the 9 car of Leaf Justin. Very, very nice.
Not a bad one.
Doug, I am not racing. I'm in the booth this season. I'm a little sad to not be on track, but I am so excited to be in the booth. So it was a nice little trade-off here. We have J-Mac having some contact. He gets booted out of line below the apron, comes back up. The 42 of Thrills has to let off just a little bit. It's going to stack them up 3 wide behind them, but they are managing to hold on to it.
Glad you caught that 3 wide. It caught my attention.
Yeah, they're getting crazy out there.
Oh, yeah, they're getting a little wild.
Leaves Justin, who was leading the field for the while. He is currently, man, I don't even know how many cars this is. I'm going to say around 10th or 11th. He's got the 20 car of Kyle just falling back so quickly right out on the outside. These guys still in that long line. I'm going to call it right now, Element. Probably 3 to go. We're going to see that second line go, and we have a car into the wall. I'm not sure who that was, but they managed to come back down. I'm starting to see some lag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's definitely some lagging going on right now. Oh, my.
We're taking a look. I'm hearing the 17 has some lag. I'm on board with the 18 of Skyland, and he is in 3rd place. He's been so strong tonight. You know, these guys are super tough to pick on who's going to win, but look who's in the lead here. We just went in a tournament against his team. He's a very talented driver, very fast. This is his first showing in the Shake and Bake League. He is out here currently in the lead. Looking pretty solid out there, Element.
Yeah, he's doing a great job holding that track position that he gained on that pit stop, and that's exactly what he needed to do. And they're just staying single file right behind him, not doing too much, so playing out in his favor right now.
5 laps to go, and we're gonna see Sly Job. He may be hanging out right behind Honeycutt right now, but he is not going to stay there. These guys are going to test the waters. Tom is lagging a little right now, so he's gonna pull out as to not affect anyone else. I appreciate that for him. Sorry to see for him though, because he is so fast and he's been doing a lot of running here lately, but 51 is still looking strong out there.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And As long as he keeps doing it, he should be pretty solid.
I'm on board with the one car of Liebert. He is currently sitting in 4th as we have 4 to go. He's got Skyline in front of him, and these guys, I'm waiting for it, Element. It's going to get crazy.
Oh, it's getting crazy. Oh, in the back. Holy cow. Big wreck.
There is a big wreck, but I'll tell you what, Element, unfortunately, the final 5 laps of a race, there are no more cautions, so these guys continue on. If you get wrecked, you just have to move on. You gotta go.
Yes. Big names caught up in that. Kerr, Scott, Natterdays.
Yeah, those guys seem to have struggled in this race so far. They have another race to determine their starting position for the Daytona 250 next week. But right now in this clash, it has not turned out so well for them. Honeycutt making a strong showing tonight so far. We have Slide Job in 2nd, Sky in 3rd, Liebert in 4th. I do believe we have 3 to go, so it's coming down to the wire.
Yeah, about two to go. You're gonna see that man in 5th, Dohar, make a move. I guarantee it. He's gonna try and make a move to the outside. He's been laying it back. Oh, 51.
What happened?
I think he ran out of fuel. I just seen him dart right off the pit road.
I'm looking down, and yeah, Element, he just went down to pit road. This guy was leading this race, is now on pit road. You must be right. He must be out of fuel. Really, really sorry to see that. That's not what you want to see for the finish of the race after leading. We're coming down to the white flag, and that is going to take him out of the contention to win, obviously. We're going to take a look at these top 3. We have Slide Job currently leading as we are on to the final parts of the race here. We have 18 in 2nd. We have Liebert in 3rd. Final lap here, Element. Here it is. We're going to find out if these guys will take it too wide. It's been pretty calm so far.
Oh, look at Dohar. He's laying back just a little bit. He's going to get that big run. Hopefully that 41 and Jose will go with him. I know Jose will. They got to push that high side. That's the only way around.
Absolutely. We are entering turn 3. Here they go. They only have 2. Now we have 4. They're going to make it too wide. See if they can make anything happen. We have Dohar on the outside. We have J-Mac. We have the 9 car of Leaf Justin. I'm trying to get who is that. We have the 41. It's getting crazy. Here we go. I don't think they have enough. We're going to have the 16 of Mr. Slide Job winning it. Sky in 2nd. Liebert in 3rd. Great job to them. What a race, but the high side, they couldn't make it happen tonight.
Nah, it takes a few good cars up there. That was a good try, though, for sure.
Absolutely. Next up is going to be duel number 1. The top half of the field will be in duel number 1. This will make the inside row of the Daytona 250. So we're going to take a break for these guys. Got to get them in a new lobby. But man, if this is what is to come for the rest of the season, it's going to be a heck of a great season. I'm excited, Element.
Biggest field, SnB. Plenty of good talent. That's going to be... I can't pick a champion, I can tell you that right now.
Mr. Slide Job just showing what he has so far. These guys super strong. We have Liebert out there. We have the 95, the 24, the 41. Very good showing for these guys. All right, we're going to get these guys in a new lobby, and we're gonna head to Duel 1. It's gonna take a couple of minutes. Fox, what's up? I see you out there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Duel 1 next. It's gonna line up for the inside row. It's gonna be the top, I would say 13 or so people for this first duel. And we'll see. We'll take a pace lap for the race to line them up and get them in the correct order. But it's gonna be pretty tight here.
I think we should back out, right?
Yes, back out. Absolutely.
Sure.
how do you get the running order at the top of the screen? You know what? I made those graphics myself. It took a while to figure out how to do it. Unfortunately, I can't do it so it's live, but I wanted the guys to have like a running of who's doing what number, so I tried to make that happen. Hopefully you guys like it, but yeah, it's cool to do. Alright guys, for
I have to go check this out.
Duel 1 and Duel 2, we already had a winner for Clash. Who do you think's winning for Duel 1 and Duel 2?
Oh god, you would put the pressure on me.
You know I do this to you all the time.
I know, it's unfair. Who I know is in Duel 1, I would probably take Johar, just because he's not afraid to make the move on the outside.
So true.
In Duel 2, I'm gonna stick with the man with the plan, Tom Laggity. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's gonna fix it.
It's gonna be so close. I wouldn't even know who to pick. I mean, you're doing a better job of picking than I am. These guys are just very talented. I'm really impressed with them. And I gotta call out, you know, we have some rookies and we have some familiar faces. Let's go down. We gotta take a look here. Liebert, he is a rookie. He's in that number 1 car. We have 2 of Super NASCAR Fan. He's a rookie for SnB, definitely not to racing though. The number 4 of Soccer, he is a rookie. Let's take a look. Scott Hall Fan, he is a rookie for SnB. Natterdays, he has raced with us, but not in our league. I'm not sure if you could technically call him a rookie, but here we are. Mr. Slidejob in that 16 is another rookie with Ford Tough. We have PTH the GOAT. I haven't even seen him on track tonight, Element. Have you seen the 19 car out there?
No, he is not here tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him. Kyle Fan, he's definitely not a rookie. He's been with SnB for a while. Monster Mike, another rookie. You're going to see a lot of these guys out there. Techie Galaxy. Honeycut, he's going to be another one. Gary from Canada. And I do believe that's going to be it for the rookies. So a lot of rookies, but a lot of familiar faces. A huge field, and it's really cool to see them out there. We should be getting ready to go to the duel number 1. They're getting that going right now, but so excited. I want to know, I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. I'm going to say who was the driver of the race for duel number, or for the Clash, I gotta say. I gotta get these all lined up, so let's take a look here. If you had driver of the race, who would you pick?
Oh, more pressure. I gotta throw it out to Techie Galaxy, because I've never heard of his name, never seen his name on the game, even in Heat 4, and I've retired from Heat practically. So, I mean, first time I've seen his name, and he did a really good job. He held up there with them guys the whole race, and when Johar was ready to make a move, he went with him, he stuck with him, and he held a solid line. And it just wasn't that, there was just no momentum on the high side. It's just sad to see. He gave up a great finish to try and make a move for the win. It was fairly impressive. And I like Liebert too. I've raced against him before though, so I know what he can do. Very clean guy.
Absolutely. You know, and I thought for sure, with how these guys were racing in practice, I thought they were going to take it 2-3 wide easily. But they were pretty tame tonight. It was the first time that these guys are racing together. So they were really testing the waters tonight, and it's a great time to do it because soon they will be out on track for the real thing. This is just preseason. We are getting ready to go to Duel 1. Element, do you need an invite to that?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Should I take it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That was quick.
That was quick. Justin's on it, man.
Yeah, he's on top of it.
Absolutely.
He is the man with the plan.
Road King is out there just gambling all of it and wins. Congratulations on that. That's pretty awesome. Oh, and we have more than the Cape gambles it all, and he loses it all. Rough night for Cape. We'll have to get you more points out there. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. Preseason tonight, we're getting ready to go to duel number 1. This will be the inside row for the Daytona 250 next week. Cape. All right, here we go. A shorter field this time. We're going to take a look. We have Justin on the inside. He is going to pull over. These guys will be making a pace lap to get in the order that they need to do. We have some guys cutting the grass out there. Very interesting strategy to get in your place.
John Deere 400.
We have someone saying that they got damage from that. Let's take a look. Skylan, you see him up here. All right, Mr. Slide Job, it looks like he will be leading us out here. Let's see if we can find him. Okay, so we have Slide Job leading the way for this one. We have Sky and the 18 on the outside. Once we get past this, we should be able to go green this time around at the restart box. We have the 1 car of Libert. He is directly behind the 16 of Mr. Slide Job. Much smaller field, so I'm curious if we're going to see more aggressive moves on this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Less cars on the track, you need to make bigger moves, you know?
Absolutely. Tom Flitty, what is up? He's one of the drivers out there. Super strong, so we're going to see him up there. I guarantee it when he comes for his duels. These guys are getting ready to go green. Once we hit the restart box, you see the 16 of Slide Job getting ready with the 18 of Sky on the outside. I'll tell you what, being on the outside element is pretty rough. You gotta be able to know when they are gonna start and really just be on it. Otherwise, you are gonna fall back pretty quickly.
Yeah, high side's pretty much been death. Like, you go out there, you're just going straight to the back.
Here they go. We are starting, and we have Mr. Slide Job with Libert all over his bumper, having a great start there. Sky not doing too bad himself on the outside. He's got some help behind him, but there is not a lot. We have Sky tucking in behind Libert in third. Let's go take a look here. We have Dohar on the outside with 95 of Jose, and these guys are hanging out there hoping that they'll get more help, Element.
And they're definitely going to need it if they want to try and get by these guys that are just bottom feeding hardcore like they're catfishing.
I hear ya. They have the 42. That is going to be Thrills directly below them. And the 17 of Ford Tough. I have a feeling they're going to have to tuck in. These guys are not wanting to take the outside just yet, as this is, you know, it's another 13% race, but it's going to be 21 laps, so it's not a ton of time to make a lot of moves, but it is enough time to just hang back for now.
It's enough time to go straight to the back. Lord.
And that they went. Let's take a look at the J-Mac attack and the number 3. He is currently sitting in about 5th place, looking pretty strong. Whoa. These guys, look, already we have the 20 of Kyle Fan already trying to make a move on the outside with absolutely no help, so he is another one that is going to have to relinquish his spot and fall to the back.
Into the depths of the ocean he goes, to the bottom.
Not a fun place to be.
No, it's crushing.
Mr. Slide Job still currently in the lead. Let's see if we can find him. We have Foxhound Boss in that 24. He's sitting in 4th, looking pretty good out here. He has ran a couple of times in SnB leagues. He is right on Sky's bumper, and we have Justin on that outside. He quickly tucks back in. Everyone testing the waters, Element, but I don't see a lot of guys willing to go out there.
No, and that's the thing is you're going to have quite a few guys go out there to really make the move. And you can't just have one pull out and then a couple cars come back, or if you're a couple car lengths back, try to get up to them and push them, because you're just going to kill all your momentum with how the physics work in this game. So you got to be linked together with a couple guys, and then you got to take off to the outside so that they carry that momentum.
Yeah, we had Jose also testing the waters. He loves the high side, this guy. If there's a high side, he will go to it. He tried, but no takers. We have a couple of guys. We have the 48 trying to go to the outside. We'll see if Jose follows. I guarantee he will, because he cannot resist it up there. I mean, he's super fast. He can make it move. We have Justin leading that high side. Will we get any more takers? They're gonna need the help. Dohar decides to stay down, surprisingly. He's gonna leave Jose out to dry on that outside, and he's gonna have to tuck in behind everyone.
Well, if these four guys in the back here can have that same idea, and they all attack them a little bit and get a run, they can make a pretty nasty run getting up to the outside of these guys and challenging them and side drafting and really make some what's the word I'm looking for? Make some hay forward, you know what I mean? Can't think of the word I was thinking of. I had it and I lost it. Right.
We still have that 9 in the 48 trying to make that outside work. They have another taker on the outside. Let's see if they can get anywhere with it, and that is none other than Jose in that 95. They all quickly fall back, though. No one is willing to make a move yet. I'm really surprised, but this is a chance for bonus points as we have 15 to go. So we still got some racing left. You know, if I were them, I would be doing what Justin is doing and what Jose is doing in the 48. Test the waters out there. Let's make the high side work. Have some fun for right now. We have Ford Tough in the 17 going. If he can get those guys behind him going, they're gonna have a nice run. I mean, this is a smaller field here, but no one is going. They are gonna fall to the back. This is like leapfrog element.
Leapfrog in the back because nobody top 8 cars wants to go anywhere.
It's kind of true. I mean, they're just going to hang out until the final few laps, and Mr. Slide Job, what he is thinking up there, I guarantee he's just thinking, you know what, you guys just stay put back there. I'll lead this thing, and if you want to stay single file all the way to the finish, I'm good with that.
I mean, best case scenario for him, yeah, they just want to ride around in the back. But you got a few guys that are up here that I don't know if they're necessarily going to ride the whole race, because we got J-Mac, Fox, Skyland, and then Tech Galaxy. I think he will definitely want to make a move when it comes to the end, so I don't think he's just going to sit pat either.
Absolutely. A lot of big names out there. And, you know, I got to call out Skyland. You know, we've been so impressed with his driving. He is a newer driver to NASCAR Heat 5. And this guy is so fast and really does a great job. This guy can literally get into any car and just drive the wheels off of it. And he's just doing a fantastic job out here tonight, hanging out in the front, not making any crazy moves. I mean, he's pretty chill. He's like, you know, thinking, if I can maintain this position, I'm good to go. We're gonna move on, and he'll probably try to make something happen in the end, but he knows what he wants, and he's gonna go try to get it.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the smoother drivers come along from Forza, right? Yeah, he came from Forza, road racer. Definitely transitioned over pretty well.
Absolutely. He was always in our IndyCar league. He has his own leagues that he runs for a couple of different leagues. So, like I said, a very talented driver, and here he is in the ovals and doing a heck of a job.
Yes, he is, man.
We're out here once again with the 95 of Jose. He's got the 48, and that is going to be Combat Beast directly in front of him. Single file line, guys. Still, it's crazy out here. A very long line, not as long as the Clash, so I'm expecting, like I said, more aggressive moves, but so far, we're not getting it.
Yeah, Yeah, and I'm just sitting here watching J-Mac, and I'm like, WWJD, what would J-Mac do? And I'm trying to think like J-Mac. I don't have that big of a brain. So,
some of these guys just came off of a huge night. It was Pro League night last night for the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. Final race, they had 3 races. J-Mac, Jose, Dohar were all out there. I'm sure they're exhausted, but here they are tonight doing a fantastic job. All 3 of them are in Duels number 1. This will be the inside line of the Daytona 250. 10 laps to go, and we have 2 car wide. Looks like he is going to get stuck going to the back also. Let's take a look. I'm trying to see who that is. Oh, a lot of movement element. They do a nice job of saving it, but man, oh man, that is close out there.
yeah, they're starting to get a little impatient finally. Finally. See some moves.
Yeah, I think soon we're going to see, but that was Fox who got shuffled out of line, moved to the back, and that's what we've seen so far in this race as we have less than 10 to go. So not too much longer. Still long enough to hang around single file, but these guys really have to start thinking about the moves that they're going to make and when they are going to make them. These guys up front kind of getting shuffled around to the back there, Element.
Yeah, they're getting shuffled, but I feel like the Thrills 42, Dohar, and Combat, and Jose and Leafs just missed a golden opportunity. They just, because those guys were wanting to run the high line, they just had a massive run, and they did not take it. Why?
It's crazy. It's crazy. You guys are cracking me up in chat.
Ooh.
I'm looking at chat out here, and we got, I don't even know if I can say that, Kool-Aid. Like, I'd probably trip over my own tongue here, but they're getting all fancy with their words. But yeah, we see 4th place right behind J-Mac. They're, okay, that's actually 5th place. It can't count. But they are holding back to get a little bit of a run here. So far, they come back up, so they've proven me wrong right there. But man, oh man, I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting.
Hey, I'm getting gray hairs waiting for this move.
Mr. Slide Job, you know, he has, I know, Mr. Slide Job has to be just wondering when it's going to happen. We are hitting 7 to go. He is in first. We have Liebert in second. We do need a pit stop before this broadcast, before this race is over. So we're going to see when these guys pit and how they come out. Are they going to take 2 tires, 4 tires? It's going to be interesting to see, and it's definitely going to play in as a factor for this race. So it's not over yet, guys.
Yeah, I forgot about the pit stop. That's definitely going to be a big factor.
Absolutely. Kool-Aid, I would love a lap counter. If I had some kind of magical powers to make a lap counter for my broadcast, I totally would. But instead, we have a human lap counter, and that is Rock. He is... He's in the producer's booth, giving us the information that we need, and I thank him so much for being here tonight. But right now, we're waiting for these guys to make their first and only pit stop for duel number 1. It's going to be interesting. They are all communicating together for when they have to go in, but it's going to be a very, very tight pit entry here, Element.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of them come off at the same. Just
Here
2 takers, 3.
Yeah, Liebert going in. It looks like a safe entry for him. We have 3 takers onto pit road. So far looking good. Sky is going to be your new leader as he has stayed out with J-Mac directly behind him. You can hear a lot of communication between these drivers just to get onto pit road safely. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more takers this time around. We have the 48 signaling that he is going to go in. A couple of them signaling, so we're going to see a very busy pit road.
Very busy. Those 3 that just went in the lap earlier, they might be in the catbird seat because they'll get around these guys, and if they can stay together, it's going to be pretty hard to track them down. They just stay in line and not fool around with each other.
J-Mac, pretty heavy entry. We have Combat just sending it in. He's going to make up some time. Hopefully, he does not get a black flag with that entry. But man, oh man, If he didn't, what an entry for him. But yeah, Element, you called it right there. These guys have to stay together. You see the 16 coming out of pit road? He is with a couple of guys, so they are going to have to work together. That will help these guys out to see if they can stay. But you have Liebert getting out of pit road first. You have Mr. Slide Job behind him. These guys are going to stay together as the rest of the field is going to make their pit road entries.
Yeah, they need to make haste and get linked up like right now, or they could be in a little bit of trouble.
It's going to be interesting to see who is the leader after all pit road strategies are taken, but you can see a couple of guys coming off of pit road now, and they are starting to get mixed up within the field. It's going to be very tight out here, Element. A lot of these guys coming back together, which is a good thing. We're going to see if any of these guys got away. Look at these guys. 3 wide out of here. Oh my. They look like they were going to try to take it 4 wide almost. Absolutely insane. These guys are nutty. Oh, I see a little bit of lag. Hopefully they're not seeing that before. Tough, a little lag on my screen for him, but we have Liebert in that one car. We have the 16 directly behind him. Hopefully I can get a count on who the leader is. We'll see in a minute, but it's going to be pretty tight.
I really want to say it's going to be J-Mac. Really want to.
3 laps to go. There's still some guys on pit road, so 2 to go. We have Dohar coming off of pit road right here. I don't see an around him, Element. This is going to be bad news for him if he can't get with these guys.
Oh, it's RIP. Rip.
Absolutely. I mean, with 2 laps to go, you have to come out with people. Let's see if we can get a count on who our leader is. But man, Mr. Slide Job has quite the group with him. Very, very tight. Let's take a look. We have Liebert directly in front of him, and there are 2 groups. Let's take a look. We have J-Mac Attack. He is your current leader with the 18 of Sky right behind him. These guys are working with 4 people, but man, look at that second group directly behind him, Element, as we have coming up on 1 to go. Absolutely insane.
I think this is J-Mac's race to win. I think Sky's just going to stay in pat, help a brother out, and not sure Kyle will make a move. Jose might be the only one top 4 to make a move with that huge pack just hounding them.
It's crazy, and this is the last lap, so if J-Mac can get this, he will get the pole and the bonus points for the Daytona 250. He will start on the inside row. All these guys, here they go, 2 wide. Who is going to take it? We have 20 of Kyle Fan on the outside. He is looking very strong. I don't know if he's got enough to help. He's going to have to get a huge push for these guys. 2 wide, J-Mac. Is he going to take it? These guys insane. J-Mac is going to take it. Kyle Fan is going to take second. We're going to have a close race between third for Skyland and Jose, but what a fantastic finish for that one.
Yeah, I'd say. I was glad somebody made a move to the outside. It almost worked. Jose,
it almost did. It almost did. These guys did a great job. Super excited for them. Great racing so far tonight. We still have one more duel, guys. Don't go yet. We still have duels, and we're going to get all the winners in here so we can get an interview with them. But yeah, Scott Hall, what's up? He is one of the drivers here tonight. What a great race. I'm excited. Oh, yeah, look at that AI.
AI is like a public lobby.
Right? All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Let them stack them and rack them for the duel number 2. This is going to determine the outside line for these guys. Let's take a look. We got to take a look at the roster once again. We do have some extras in here that are part-time guys. We have Jose, who is a part-time driver. We have Sky in that number 18. Huge showing for him tonight, doing a fantastic job. He is a part-time driver also. All right, I'm curious, Element. I'm putting you on the spot.
Jesus.
Who do you see winning duel number 2?
If it don't lag, I got my Tom laggity.
There's again, I mean, we have some huge names on there. We have Rangers. We have Tom. We have Honeycutt, who led and had to go into pit road, so he could be a huge factor out there also. It's going to be very close to see out there.
Yeah, I definitely got a feeling that Tom and Rangers are going to do all they can to link up and just try to get away from everybody.
I agree. It's been so close tonight, and that finish was absolutely insane. You gotta love it. So hopefully we get that good of a finish for the next set of duels, for the duel number 2. But man, oh man, if we get anything like that, it's gonna be a great finish.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a feeling we got more highline riders that'll definitely push the issue on trying to get that working.
All right, guys in chat, let me know, who do you think is going to win duel number 2? More Than a Cape says whoever starts on the pole. It's a good guess, but you know what? We did not have the pole guy win for the last one, so it's going to be pretty close.
Daytona, you don't have to be on pole to win the race. You can start last and win the race in a lap. Not necessarily true.
I'm trying to write these guys down. We are going to do interviews after this race. We have one more duel that is the duel number 2. It is a 13% race once again. 21 laps, so we'll get that going, and then we'll have the winners. We have Mr. Slide Job. He will be coming in for the Clash winner. Duel number 1 winner was J-Mac. Now we just got to get that duel number 2. We'll get those guys in here and got to talk to them. They're going to get bonus points for leading that, and I'm excited. It's going to give them a little bit of a padding going into Daytona 250, and I think we're going to see a pretty aggressive race towards the end of the Daytona 250. A lot on the line and a lot of drivers. All right, here we go. The invites are out, so it shouldn't be too much longer. I appreciate you guys hanging in here for the chat. I know these drivers appreciate it. If you can, give a follow and make sure to hit that bell so that you get notifications when we do go live. We will be live every Thursday at around 7:50 p.m. Eastern time. After Daytona, we will be heading to Vegas. The races are 50%, 3 times wear. These are presets, so it's basically all on the driver, pit road adjustments, so it's going to be pretty close for these guys. A lot of fun. Daytona is always a blast. Vegas, very bumpy track, but you can go 2 and 3 wide. We're going to see some very tight racing.
Yeah, it's you're not gonna be able to fit a piece of paper in between them, that's for sure.
I hear ya. Thrills, I see you out there. You guys are doing awesome tonight. I appreciate everyone hanging in there for the wait time. Yeah, I gotta give it to Justin. This guy is doing it all, and he's got to invite everyone to all these and keep them ready. So he's a very busy fella right now.
Now he knows what it's like to play your role, you know?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, a lot to take on.
After the pit road stops, everything seems to get very shuffled up there, and once that happened, J-Mac took the lead and he was able to hold on to it for duel number 1. Kyle Fan on that outside though, huge props to him. He really made that work out there. just short of the win here tonight. But J-Mac coming off of a Pro League race last night, 3 huge races for him, season finale, and he's winning the pole for the Daytona 250. So huge congratulations to him.
Impressive job getting onto pit road and making sure he stayed with the draft for sure. I mean, it's definitely the hard part, getting onto pit road.
That is the hard part, and I'll tell you what, that is what I have been struggling with for some reason lately, the past couple of races. I seem to get a speeding penalty, so I need to even work on that. But Combat, what happened? I have to know, did you get a speeding penalty? Because, man, you really went out there towards the pit road there. They are still getting these guys loaded up for Duel 2s. So we'll see what happens out there. They will be running a pace lap to get in order, and then we will get moving. But this is the final race tonight, and then we will do the interviews. Next week will be the Daytona 250 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will go live a little earlier than that. Probably be doing driver interviews starting next week. So I'm excited for you guys to get to know these racers. They're really a great group of guys. So Combat, you took a splash. Wait, they took a splash and you took one can. Okay, you had a great pit entry, so I was curious if you sped or you were okay, because you made up some spots on that. These guys do sound like they're getting ready to go, Element, so it shouldn't be too much longer, but they do have to get them in there and make sure they are.
Roger that.
Oh, apparently they're already in, so we gotta get in.
Oh, jeez.
Fail. All right, let's go.
Huge fail. Oh, man.
Here we go, loading in for duel number 2. From the sounds of it, they might be over with their pace lap even, so we'll take a look here. Oh, yep, they are starting, so...
I'm still loaded.
I'm trying to get up there to the leader. We have the 2 car. That is Super NASCAR Fan, and we are off for duel number 2. We have Bacon Bits directly behind him in that 2, and man, oh man, he is all over that apron, kind of getting his place back in line here, but a lot of movement on his part. He's got the 12 of Scott Hall for life directly behind him, with Natterdays in that 14. We saw Natterdays getting a little loose in that clash, but it looks like he has settled down from that one.
Yeah, definitely feel like he's probably got a better feel for what his car is going to do in and out of the draft.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at Skibowski. He's in that number 96, holding on to the rear of the field. He's got one more car behind him. Looks a little on the shaky side, but so far so good. He's got the number 51, and that is Honeycutt. That's who we saw leading the race, and he had to take a pit stop. You hate to see it because this guy is super fast, so I want to see him making his way up to the front. We have Tom Tom on the outside. He's going to try to tuck him behind the 51 of Honeycutt, but we'll see if they can make something happen. Honeycutt is out there solo. He's going to have to tuck in behind everybody.
This could be trouble for the rest of them if Tom, Ranger, and Ski get linked up with 3 of the best at running a high line and staying linked together and making that momentum work for them. So later on in the race, they get together, it could be trouble for them.
Super NASCAR Fan, he is still leading the pack in that number 2. He's got the 22 directly behind him, and that is Bacon Bits, a veteran driver of SnB. Super NASCAR Fan is a rookie for SnB, not a rookie at racing at all, but they are looking very solid out here. We have 3rd on back, pretty stacked up. The 22 is all over Super NASCAR Fan, but single file line so far, Element.
Yeah, seen Scott Hall just take like a hard right off 4 there. smacking the wall, trying to make a move, or got tight.
There is a lot of movement going on. We have Bacon going underneath the apron, tucking into the back of the field. Not sure what happened right there, but man, that was a close call. We have two lines going out here. We have Scott Hall on that high side with Gary from Canada in that 77 directly behind. We're on board with Honeycutt in that 51 as he has Tom Flitty in the 8 directly on the high side above him. But these guys are looking so good so far. A lot of side drafting going on, Element. These guys are very, very tight.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to put that side draft to good use if you want to make that line work for you. Oh, Saturday's jumping out there to try and get that push from him. And it didn't work. Kind of stalled out a little bit.
They're making the high side work. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job so far. We do have a car that has lost the pack. I'm not quite sure who that is. Let's see if we can take a look. But in the meantime, gotta give a shout out to this guy, Wild Reckneck. He's out there in the number 47, currently sitting P2. He's doing a great job, just minding his own business, hanging out in line. He is not going to push it until later on in the race. This guy is very fast. You're going to see a lot of him throughout the season.
How about that? Game Mastermind sitting up there in third. You got Ski right behind him, and about a couple, 2-3 laps ago, they were back.
Absolutely. Game Mastermind, once upon a time, he was my teammate in an SnB season. He is out there in that 13 car, currently sitting P3, as you say. Doing a great job, and this guy... he is very fast. You're going to see his name out there a lot. But look at these guys riding the high side. Tom and Kerr in the 14 of Natter Days.
Oh,
they're not going to settle.
Wide.
Yeah, they are 3 wide back there. They are not going to just sit in the line on this bottom side. They are trying to make something happen on that outside.
Yeah, and that's how quickly we go from third to the back.
We were just talking about Game Mastermind, and he is already getting taken 3 wide as we have 14 laps to go, and he's got the tuck in behind as he fell back from being on that outside. But take a look at this. Let's go to the front of the pack here. We have 51 of Honeycutt. He is on that outside, but look who is in first and second. We have Tom Flitty in that 8, and we have Rangers in the 11. These guys did it on the outside. They made it work, and they are leading the field.
Break out the tambourines. Let's go.
Let's get our eyes on that Tom Flitty. No lag from him. This guy is on it tonight in duel number 2. He is wanting to lead the outside row for the Daytona 250. Looking pretty strong, and he's got some help behind him of the 11. When it comes down to it, though, the final few laps, I guarantee you that 11 will not hang out. He will go out if he can. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, if the move's there, he's definitely not going to sit. He likes to put some pressure on you and make the move, especially when you're not expecting it.
Absolutely. Let me know if the stream is freezing. Cape says it is. Hopefully it is not. We have Front Runner who just followed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for that follow. Let's take a look at Scott Hall for life. He is sitting in 4th place at the moment in that number 12. Looking pretty good. Let's take a look. He is holding back just a little bit from that 47, which is going to be Wild Reckneck. We saw him out there earlier. Who is this on the low side? Really cutting it close. Very close call for these guys.
Like a close shave. That was way too close.
If I was on track, I would be calling that the Kevin LePage. Going super slow, and you got a full head of steam of a pack coming on. Yeah, he just pulled a Kevin LePage.
Yeah. Need to make a dance, do the LePage.
Fry, what's up? It's not on yours? All right, good. Yeah, I mean, I have good internet. It should be good. 11 laps to go. Zach Morehouse, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. These guys are really testing the waters. This Duel 2 is crazy out here. I mean, they are just all over the place on that outside, trying to make things work, making moves. I mean, the top 2 guys are the ones who were going on the outside, and they made it work. and are currently leading, but we're getting some spacing. A little bit of a gap between third and fourth, and so much for that. Going on back, we're going to see if they're trying to get a run, which I guarantee is what is happening here.
Yeah, they get lined up with a few car lengths back like they are down there in the back, and they can build a massive run and put a move on them. And I've seen Honeycutt trying to make a move by himself, and it's like the cojones. It's very I like the moves. Let's go. I like it.
I bet he would like it more if he had some help. You got to test the waters here. Here we go. We have another one.
He's getting the third car.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get it, he's good to go. The 51, he gets some contact as he's trying to tuck back in line. He manages to do so, but man, he lost a couple of spots from that. But Honeycutt is all over that high side, trying to make something happen out there, trying to make up some positions. But these guys aren't going for it right now.
Yeah, they're just going to sit, the top three are just going to sit pat. They ain't really going to do much. It's going to be from fourth on back on who's going to make what move. Because they need to try and get position, set themselves up for the end.
Here he goes again. Try number 3, I suppose, but he takes a look. No one goes, tucks back in. Gary from Canada in that 77, he tries to take a look, but no one goes with him. These guys are just testing the waters, but they're pretty tame so far.
Yeah, they've cooled down a little bit since first few laps there, that's for sure.
Remember, guys, we still have a pit stop to go. Every race, you're going to see one pit stop. They will not need more than that. We have 8 laps to go, so we're going to see pit stops probably happen pretty soon. If it's anything like Duel 1, we're going to see these guys kind of communicate and make sure they're not on top of each other because, 1, you don't want to get that speeding penalty going into pit road, and 2, you don't want the damage that you have to repair. So these guys really need to communicate and make sure that they have a safe entry.
Yeah, they definitely want to stagger themselves so they're not running over on top of each other because everybody's going to have a different braking point. So that's going to be the real fun zone.
The Duel 1 guys did a fantastic job of making sure that they had a safe entry, and I guarantee these guys will do the same. A lot of them I know from racing leagues, and they will make sure that they're one of the only guys that go in just so they have a safe entry. So I guarantee we'll see the same for this. The top 2 will probably stay out just a little bit longer, or if they know that everyone is staying out, they might pit before everyone else.
That's a good question. I don't know if you really want to put yourself in that position. If they got a bunch of guys that go in together and only 2 of you go in at one time, they're definitely going to have the upper hand when they get linked up.
So true. So true. We are on board with the number 8 of Tom Flitty. He is your current leader, and we have Rangers just on his bumper the entire way. These two have raced together for so long. Tom is signaling that he is going in, so we're going to see him go in. Will we see Rangers in that 11 go in with him? It's going to be close. He's got the number 47 of Wild Wreckneck behind him. It's going to be an interesting element, and what are they going to do? Are they going to take 2 tires, 4 tires? Very interesting. Tom just sending it in there. He looks like he's getting slowed down enough, but we have 5 takers for pit road.
Yeah, you're definitely taking 2 tires and fuel at this point. 2 tires, half a can. All good.
Here we go. Here's the other half of the field. We have a 96 of Ski. He is out there. We see the 2 on the high side. That is super NASCAR fan. Ski is signaling that he will be coming in. We have the 13 directly in front of him. That is Game Mastermind. The 47 also. If I were these guys, I would get in a single file line and I would go in together. You need the help. You need the draft. Let's get it done.
Yeah, you definitely do. I don't know what happened here to Gary from Canada. He's lost him, or either he went in a lap earlier. I think I saw him peel off the lap earlier. He went in all by himself, and he's just riding around. So hopefully he can get linked up with a few of these guys and stay in the draft.
We have 4 laps to go. We're on board with Rangers right now, and he is right in front of TomTom, so these guys are together. I don't see anyone around him, Element. We're going to see if these guys end up being the leader once everyone goes through the pit cycle here, but it is going to be close. We have Monster Mike completely by himself. Not what you want to see. That is definitely going to hurt him as far as qualifying for the Daytona 250. We have a couple of more guys coming off the pit road. That's going to be the 47 of Wild Wreckneck and the 13 of Game Mastermind.
I can tell you what's bad news for the rest of the field. Rangers and Tom came out together.
They did,
the lead
yeah.
flip-flop between those two.
They did. They flip-flopped for that, so Rangers had a great pit entry there. We have Natterdays in the 51 are out there together. Gonna be very, very tight. You see up ahead they have a crew of 4 guys, and they are going side by side. Let's take a look at what we have going on here. That is Rangers and TomTom going on the outside, passing them up. Let's take a look. We have the 96 as the current leader. That is Ski, as we have 3 to go. He is by himself, and he did go on to pit road, so huge strategy coming from him right now.
Oh, that's a dangerous game to be playing. Yeah, you're gonna have 5 cars lined up. Ooh. I want to start saying some Hail Marys right now.
We will see if it will pay off for him, but he does have quite the group behind him. He is what I call a sitting duck. It is not a place you want to be, and look at that hungry crowd behind him, which includes Kerr, it includes TomTom, and a few other guys. So let's take a look from their angle. We have Super NASCAR Fan in that 2 car. They just need to stay single filed line until they get up to Ski and see what happens.
Yeah, these guys that are lined up, all 5 are playing duck hunt right now, and Ski is the duck. Ooh. Oh, look at the steam.
It's incredible. I mean, the train is coming, and look at the speed at which they are. There's no way they're going to stay around it, but Ski is going to try to block the run. It's going to get TomTom loose. Mayhem happens almost on the final lap. We are hitting the final lap of duel number 2, and man, it is on. Ski was not wanting them to get by, but Kerr gets by. TomTom and Ski going side by side for second, but he does not have the steam on the inside. These top guys, they had the momentum.
Yeah, they had the momentum, and they went right on by. And they dropped down, left 13 and the 2, hung out to dry. Smart move.
We are approaching the final turn here, turns 3 and 4. We have Rangers in the lead, TomTom in second. Ski recovers, and he is going to be in third. Who is going to win it? TomTom tries to go on the outside. I'm not sure he's going to have enough. Side by side, Rangers is going to take it. TomTom in second. Ski very, very close between him and let's see if we can get that 47 of Wild Wreckneck. Another great finish, Element. That was absolutely insane.
Yeah, another side-by-side finish. Didn't see that coming. Less than a tenth between both of them.
Yeah, that was pretty nutty. So, our winners tonight are for the Clash. We have Mr. Slide Job 1996. Huge showing from him tonight. He wins that first clash, or he wins the clash. We have duel number 1, side by side between him, and I do believe that was Kyle Fan. J-Mac took the win home. He is going to start on the pole for the Daytona 250. And the duel number 2, that's going to be Kerr. He's going to start on the outside. He was side by side with TomTom Flitty. So very, very close finish for all 3 of these races. Fantastic job for these guys. We will get them in the booth once the race is over, and we got to ask them how their race went. A lot of huge names out here, Element. So many fast guys. It's going to be really cool to see how Daytona goes next week, but I think we're going to see a very tame beginning for the Daytona 250.
definitely feel like it'll be tame, but after these races, the drivers got a feeling about who they want to work with, who they don't want to. Sure, they got their list of drivers they're going to try to link up with, make moves with.
Remember, these top 5 guys will get bonus points for, their performance out here, so that will be a nice padding for them. Let's go ahead and get Rangers in the party, and we need to get J-Mac in the party, and then we'll get Mr. Slide Job. All right, he is in a whole different thing here, so we'll get him. We'll wait to see how all these guys, if all these guys show up. But man, great job by these drivers tonight. Really fun to watch. We'll wait for a second to get Mr. Slide Job in here if he can. I know he is racing somewhere else right now. Tight schedule for him. But man, oh man. Rangers, J-Mac, you guys won duel number 1 and 2. I'll go ahead and I'll just start with J-Mac for duel 1. Take me through your strategy and what happened with your duel number 1.
Oh, we just rode in line. Everyone kind of got in line there and worked out in a good spot. We were pretty high up in the running order, about 4th or 5th, and just kind of tried to take it easy. We were riding behind, I think, the 24 for a while, and then him and the 18 kind of got into it a little bit, and I got under him and just couldn't back out of it quick enough to let him back in line. So that moved me up a spot, and that moved Fox back a little bit further than he deserved, probably. But just tried to see if we could save the fuel. I think it was definitely a pipe dream, but it got to the point there wasn't any racing, so might as well try it. And we all had to pit there, and I wasn't sure when to pit, and I made a last-minute call whenever a few of them up in front of us had pit, and then the next lap, or next couple laps later, whatever it was, 18 made his decision that he was going to come in, and so I made a last-second choice to make my signal and come down pit road, and got on the pit road really easy. Was not prepared for how well the presets would break, to be quite honest, and I thought we had lost it by getting onto pit road way too easily. But we made the right call on pit road, and we're able to get out there, and I think the 95 and the 20 had a really good either pit road entry and they did a little better job with the strategy or whatever. They were out in front of us, but we were able to draft on them and clear them. And then I was curious what the 88 would do, but he kind of ended up out by himself, so I think that killed a lot of his speed and momentum. So it ended up just being the 4 of us out there racing, and I thought the 20 had us. Him and the 95 got a great run and went to our outside, but we were able to stave it off and win the drag race to the finish line and won us a actual race. We got some points. That's not too bad. I'll definitely take it.
You got yourself some. Yeah, you got yourself some points, won a race, and you won a spot for a pole for the Daytona 250 next week. A huge congratulations to you, J-Mac. It was a lot of fun watching you guys out there. If that's the way it goes for the actual race, I'm super pumped to see next week. So great job out there.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Elements. We have Mr. Slide Job, who won the Clash earlier tonight. So, you want to give an interview to Mr. Slide Job?
Sure can. So, Mr. Slide Job, take us through the Clash and what was your plan on clamping that one down?
Well, we started towards the front, so it was right from the beginning, get to the bottom line, because a lot of people were going to dive there. So we figured, we didn't want to get shuffled out and get sent to the back like a couple people did. I think we got in around 4th or 5th, and we just kind of rode there, and a couple people in front of us seemed like they were a little tight, so they washed up the track, and we just got up underneath them and worked our way, I believe, to about 3rd or 4th, and then there was definitely some lag issues up front. I know the 51 was lagging really bad, and it kind of shuffled us up, and I went to the high side, along with a couple other people, and they followed me up there, and we were able to get around a couple other people, and then it shook out. I ended up falling into second, and we just kind of got stuck there, falling to 51, and then we knew that after the caution there, that he took 2 tires, and he might run out of fuel, taking a little bit shorter fuel, and so we just kind of sat behind him and waited for the race to come to us, and fortunately for us, it did. He ran out of fuel, and we just had to play the blocking game at the end there. I know some people were trying to make it too wide on the outside. We kind of took some of their air away and just kept it on that bottom line and rode it to our first SnB win. So super excited, definitely happy to win in this car. A couple people noticed already. This car is kind of a throwback to my first league win ever. I drove the 24 truck, the Fraternity of Eagles, in my first ever win, so super cool to be able to drive the Cup version and bring it to victory lane.
Yeah, man, rad job, dude. Congrats on getting that W.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a rookie out here for SnB, not on the track, but just for SnB, and made a huge appearance tonight. So huge congratulations to you for winning the Clash. Now we have Rangers, who won duel number 2. He will be starting on the outside row. Elements, you want to go ahead and give Rangers the interview here? I know you guys, it's only fitting.
It definitely is. All right, Rangers. Here you go. Proving me wrong. Because I didn't take you, and I took time. So how was it? I knew you guys were going to run the high line, and I saw it, and I was like, thank you, baby Jesus. So how did it feel working that and getting up to the front? Because it looked mighty fine.
It was pretty good. I think kind of my early kind of plan was to find Tom. That was kind of the goal at the beginning of the race. We kind of failed there a little bit at the beginning. We got shuffled out of line, but luckily he was in the back. We worked our way back there. We found each other, and we just kind of got lucky. I wouldn't say get lucky. We kind of worked it to where, we got a big run when the whole field kind of checked up, and we ended up getting a big run on the outside. We passed them. The front 2 were pretty far out there, so they were kind of sitting ducks at that point. We ended up getting around them, and from that point on, we put together. The front 2 were kind of just all lone cars out there, so there wasn't a problem getting around them. And then it was kind of just, kind of blocked Tom there at the end, and we got the win. So.
Oh yeah, man, it was awesome to watch. It was great to see pass on the high side. Love it.
It's nice when it works. But if it doesn't, it can be a problem.
Straight to the back with you.
Yeah, it is so hard to get that to work, but I do believe you guys were the first ones, if I'm not mistaken, to make that work on the outside and take the lead. So that was really cool to see. And like I said, if that's any clue of what we're gonna get next week, I'm very pumped, and I know the viewers watching will love it. So congratulations, Rangers, taking P2 for the outside. He's getting the pole for the outside lane, so congratulations on that. You guys did a great job tonight, so great job all around, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is all we have for tonight. We had the Clash, we had 2 duels, 3 different winners, and a lot of bonus points going around for these guys. Great racing from all of them. For you guys in chat, thank you so much for the follows, for tuning in, and for showing these drivers the support that they get. I know they really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We will be back next week, next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be headed to the Daytona 250. And we're going to be under the lights, and it's going to be a very exciting race. I hope to see you then. Until then, you guys take it easy, and thank you for all you do.